Hello everyone. We're going to take a look at Unit 7.1a, Order of Operations, and this will be a review for most of you. You've covered this in earlier modules at WAMAP, but we'll take a look at that, and we're going to solve this problem, 2 plus 4 times the difference between 4 and 1. 2 plus 4 times the difference between 4 minus 1. So when we're given a problem like this, we have to decide where we start. And the natural tendency, because we read from left to right in English, is to work from left and right. But in math, there is a hierarchy. And basically, the simplest types of math are done last. So those are the least powerful. And then the most powerful ones are where you start. And then we use parentheses or curly brackets, hard brackets, the line in a fraction. Those can all be considered types of parentheses that separate numbers that are supposed to be isolated and taken care of first. Exponents are like multiplication of multiplication or division of division, because exponents includes roots. So here I have x to the y-th power, and here I have x, the y-th root of x written out. So it could be either an exponent or a root, power or a root, either one. And most of these have two different things we're looking at, usually the operation and then the inverse of that operation. So multiplication and division are inverse operations to each other. So if you have more than one example of division or multiplication, you work from left to right, okay? But what you're looking for first is any isolated numbers or isolated operations. So there has to be an operation in those brackets to worry about it. Then the next is multiplication times multiplication, or dividing division by division, which is finding the root. And then we have multiplication and division. And multiplication is like repeated addition, and division is like repeated subtraction. So that's a little more powerful than just regular addition or subtraction. So the weakest, you could call it, operations come last, and it's always about power. So we let the most powerful operations go first, unless they are isolated by something like parentheses. So to follow those rules when we're looking at this, and I'm going to suggest that when you first start out, and this may be, there's an implied operation here where you have a number next to a parenthesis. So just don't forget that's an operation. And then up above, if you put in little lines for each operation, you can see this one has 3 operations, and it's a 3-step PEMDAS problem. I'm going to suggest that you write out each step and then rewrite the problem until you have 3 discrete steps here and the answer at the end. And this is just a way of making sure you get the right answer, and that you can, that's how you'll show me your work, that you know how to do the problem. So according to PEMDAS, we are looking first for parentheses, and any of these, and this is not an exhaustive list, there could be others, but we do have parentheses here and an operation in the middle. So this is where we're going to start. This will be the first operation we do, so I'm just going to label that here. You don't have to label these like this in your work, but you're going to have to be aware that you're going to have to do something similar in order to get the answer correct. And then after that first step, this number, this will be evaluated, this expression will be evaluated, and then we'll be left with addition and multiplication. And so according to PEMDAS, multiplication comes first, so then we'll multiply 4 times whatever the difference between 4 and 3 was, and then we'll have addition left, and so we'll add 2 to whatever that product was, okay? So let me show you how it's how to work it out, and you guys should already be following this because you're at Unit 7 now in WAMAP, so it should be, I think, more or less second nature, but it's just a review because you'll be doing some of that in this unit. So 4 minus 1 is where we start, that's 3, and you can leave those parentheses there for one more step. And then we don't always have to write in this, didn't put those, this is our second operation and then our third. So now we can see we have addition and multiplication, and we're going to go with the multiplication next because that's higher priority than addition or subtraction. And so 4 times 3, let's get a different color, will give us 12. And then we bring down the rest. 2 plus 4, if we evaluate this, we get 14. So this should be our answer. And we have 1, 2, 3 steps, and we got this answer. So this is how I'd like you to show your work when you are doing your math for me. And let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. Here it is. We'll put that answer in here. See how we did. 14, and submit answer. And that was correct. So try your hand at this one, and if you like, you can get a similar question and try that. If you run into trouble, just click the message instructor button from WAMAP, and that'll generate an email to me. You don't even have to put in a message. You may not have to select a recipient. Just pick my name and send message, and I'll try to contact you within 24 hours and give you some help on that problem. All right, go ahead and give it a try. See how you do.